Hello guys, real life has been getting in the way of my Walking Dead playing. Don't you just hate it when that happens? So normally I like to record these videos just as the challenge missions come out and we go through them together for the first time. It's a surprise, that's how I love doing it. Haven't had the chance to do it, but now I'm sat down, I'm relaxed. Let's hit the bar, shall we? Okay, so all of these missions are set in a bar. I do remember a distinctive sort of Walking Dead episode where a lot of that kind of stuff happened. Rick and his guys wiped out some saviors. I think that that's the inspiration for this. So the first mission is Pool Shark, kill the boss Walker. Gonna bring Glenn along just to grab some supplies. We've got Princess because, she's great. Tell you what, actually, let's go full shotgun. So Sasha, I haven't really got any decent armor for her. Oh no, scratch that. Reason that I'll take Princess, I've got training gear on that armor. We're going to get more XP. Okay, we're going to use her. So Pool Shark, let's see what we've got. So first thing to note, no threat counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 sort of standard walkers that you have to contend with. And then, of course, in that back room, look what we got there. The eponymous Pool Shark. So he's the big boss, the focus of this mission. We take him out, and then we exit. It's pretty simple. I like this one because you can see it all on one screen. I do like that light coming through. It's kind of nice. It always feels more like a sort of a puzzle game when it's like this, when it's all on one screen. But that's what you're doing, taking out those normal walkers. Then that bruiser. Why is it a bruiser? It's called Pool Shark. Don't you think that the non-standard walker should be a spiky? You know, like Winslow from, the episode where Rick had to fight it in the junkyard. A spiky walker, Pool Shark, spikes. What do you think of when you think of a shark? You think of teeth. Should be. But that's what you do. There's no threat counter to worry about on that mission. So you can be as noisy as like, bring your big guns, take out those walkers. You haven't got a lot of space to play with. Those walkers will be on you after the first turn. And then you're getting attacked from the back by the eponymous pool boss. Bring your big guns. This one, almost the opposite to that. You've got some space to play with. I suggest trying to keep these guys at a distance. Although, of course, it is worth noting, cheeky silencer, it is worth noting that you have a threat counter. So when this gets to a higher level, the last thing you want to be doing is bringing down more pain upon yourself, bringing down more walkers. So you might want to think about bringing some weapons with threat reduction, things like the Crescent Edge, maybe even at a pinch just doing what I'm doing here, using Daryl's AR-15 because it doesn't generate any threat. So threat management, huge part of this game, really. But it's that simple. Open the door, get into that courtyard. I mean, once you've opened that first door as well, you can stay behind those that fence, and you've got a little bit of defense. You're also funneling the walkers. That mission, not too much of a challenge, but don't let it catch you out. It's pretty simple, but you still got to pay attention. No misclicks. Rush home. What are we doing? We are going to the exit. Okay, so I already recorded a video on this earlier, and the sound didn't work. But hey, there you go, we'll do it again. It's not like I mind playing this game. So this is pretty straightforward. It's one of those sort of essentially wipe out the walkers, kill everything that moves kinds of deals, and then get out. But there is a threat counter as well. It's really just a classic kind of mission. You can see, again, cramped conditions. I love those particulates in the light. Look at all that grime as well. That's knocked over bar stools. Look at that. You got the bottles on there. Got the speakers. I mean, this really does actually look like a bar. I mean, I don't know what they do here. Is that the dance floor? What is that? Anyway, yeah, great imagery on these missions. Anyway, I digress. So you're just wiping out some normal walkers. There's nothing special here. You do have a modest threat counter. Essentially, this is like a scavenge mission without the scavenging, so it's actually kind of easier. So none of these 3 missions so far have been really that challenging. This is one where I think that your guild might be able to really rack up some challenge stars, because these missions they're not too tricky. They're fun. I do like them, but they're not too tricky. So what I do, have some ranged characters just sort of plinking away at the enemy. Boom. You got to fight a rear guard action though. So at some point you're going to have one character who is useless because they are opening the door, and then you're going to have 2 characters who can be active. I suggest having ranged characters and just taking down those walkers through the gate. You're always going to have that one that's going to sneak up behind you as well. So have somebody like a scout, maybe, if you're on higher levels, to take them out. Ideally, somebody with a weapon that has the trait threat reduction. Because as soon as you wiped out those initial ones, that's it. They're gone. You will get reinforcements, but if you have threat reduction, then you are reducing how many come in. And you don't have to rush that previous one. You decide when you're going to open the gate. If the gate is closed, you can't escape. But the walkers can't get to you either. Okay, now this one can be a little bit tricky. This is an exercise in patience, really. You know that I said that I recorded, this video essentially earlier. I actually made a mistake on this. I actually got Glenn bruised. Oh, that was a misclick. I meant to move Glenn away. Always be aware of your misclicks. Okay, so it starts off with a fair number of walkers on the map, and then more come from this military truck. You don't have to rush it. Wait for the enemy to come to you. I strongly recommend using ranged characters on this. The enemy is coming from one direction. They only have 2 avenues of attack. No threat builds up as the level progresses, so you absolutely stand back, take your time, let them come to you. Use Overwatch. It's a lesson in patience, this one. If you go running into their environment, they will rip you to shreds. It's not a good idea. So stand back, use range. Our pub crawl is almost over. Pub number 6, private stash, find the loot. Alright. Okay, don't know about you, but I'm enjoying my day out. Okay, private stash. So there's always 3 walkers in these 2 corners. Sometimes in a slightly different configuration, but you're always going to get that, and then you're always going to get 4 over here. They're always really just a turn away from being able to get to you. But that's not many walkers. It's not much of a threat. You do have a threat counter on this, so you're probably going to want to be searching through these supplies. There's 4 boxes, 3 supplies to find. You're going to do that quickly. This is one where I might recommend actually that you just get to it and just get the job done as quickly as possible, so that threat counter doesn't build up. Again, threat reducing weapons, very handy. So there's not too many walkers initially to start, but you start in the middle, and they're on sort of 3 corners, so they're gonna get a drop on you quickly. You want to hit them hard, hit them early, and get them wiped out. Search those boxes, get it done. Don't drag it out longer than it needs to. Whew. Oh, I got 1 free unlock. Okay, there we go. I usually save the unlocks for when I know that there's a gold crate or whatever, but okay, I'm going to be signing off now. But that was a fun little trip down the pub. Yeah, I like it. I like that solution. Let's go to the pub, have a pint, and wait for this all to blow over. Anyway, thanks for watching.